It was very difficult before we installed ClearVUE. We were making assumptions based on monthly consumption. We weren't able to get the granular detail.
We're not a big energy user, but enough where it still has an impact in terms of our financials and our environmental credentials as well.
It was quite difficult for the business to actually see where we're wasting energy. Monthly bill doesn't actually tell you where you're actually spending that energy. Is there anything we can do better?
Our sustainability journey has really gained momentum. Prism Healthcare is taking ESG seriously. We're putting it at the core of our business and across every aspect of our business. We want to be proud of it. We're doing it because we want to improve as a business our ESG footprint.
Prism Healthcare is effectively a family of different businesses, each providing care solutions into the healthcare industry. All the businesses within Prism Healthcare are capable of going from design through to manufacture, through to service, repair and install of all the full product range. Each of our manufacturing facilities will specialise in different product range. So in the Repose site in Dudley, they will focus almost exclusively on specialist seating. We have another site in Rill that focuses on mechanical moving and handling, so where you're talking ceiling track hoists or mobile floor hoists or bathing solutions for individuals.
The products that we produce at Prism Healthcare are all designed to improve and aid the lives of disadvantaged people, vulnerable people. Everything that we do from a product point of view is to aid and to care for the customers, and we feel that the ESG elements is crucial. For me, I think ESG can be misconstrued, misunderstood. It's key that we've got something that's meaningful, something that the entire business buys into and identifies, and is certainly not just a box-ticking exercise. With the team from ClearVUE and the software and everything that we've implemented and the process that we're going through, it's become almost something that you can touch and feel. It doesn't feel like it's just greenwashing or just saying we're doing this. It's actual material actions and results. We've got an ESG policy, we've got a plan, we've got results, and we're driving our performance based on that. ClearVUE was first introduced as part of the improvement and cost reduction programme. It was an easy win once we understood what our requirements were, and that was the difficulty we had at the very beginning. We weren't able to accurately pinpoint energy consumption and, more importantly, energy wastage. We identified straight away that there are a number of areas for savings which we acted upon, and we're actually acquiring the benefit of those financially. But more importantly, it's allowed us to look at our processes and our procedures. There's a myriad of advantages that we've seen now, and we're able to monitor and control our wastage and our electrical consumption much more accurately now. We have the data. ClearVUE is a data collection system that I found incredibly useful. It starts to monitor each of the distribution boards, for example, that are feeding elements of equipment throughout the plant. We're able to capture real-time data on that. So that data is then brought together into a dashboard. That dashboard has a number of reporting functions for it, and we're able to look in detail at each of the manufacturing centres and gather much more accurate information on time, off time, and the costs associated, which helps us financially later when we're determining costs of manufacturing, for example.
The main benefit of having the ClearVUE systems is to mainly identify the energy usage of the machines. The company also provides an feedback on your power usage, so you get a monthly report which allows you to see in details of what you're using, what are the areas of the business that you need to concentrate on. They also provide you with recommendations to quickly identify those areas where you can implement the savings, which is the great tool, because you don't have to then spend so much time by yourself to get that information. It's all provided to you. We have machinery on site which use lots of power, such as compressors and LV systems. So we had to make sure that we keep them under control, because we used to run them 24/7. So with being able to get that information from ClearVUE to say, guys, this is where you spend the money, we were able to then focus on those two areas to make sure that we can reduce that consumption, and we only run the machinery when needed and when required. I find ClearVUE quite easy to use. It's allowing me to actually see all that information for every machine that we have wired in. They were able to give us very good training. They guide you and train you how to use their software. They're very professional. They know what they're doing.
I've found the guys to be on top of the game. They know what they're doing, and they're very supportive, and they're guiding us through. Using ClearVUE for me has given me much more tangible data. I need to be able to report back into the company the financial aspects of our energy use, and I think I'm much more confident and able to compile accurate decisions based on that data that's being presented to me.
ClearVUE, from an energy monitoring perspective, has been a fantastic start for us, and we can start to get into the environmental KPIs. The consultancy work has really only just started, and that's now starting to build some momentum.
The consultancy experience with ClearVUE has been absolutely fantastic. The team at ClearVUE met with us really early, helped us and guided us to understand what we were actually looking for, and helped it become clearer in our minds where we wanted to go and how we wanted to do it. ClearVUE has now become a proactive tool to look at our gas, our electricity usage and consumption, our mileage for our vehicles, and then driving our behaviours as to what we can do then to, for twofold, reduce our carbon footprint and the CO2 equivalent the company as a whole is emitting, but also the other side of it as a business is that the cost savings that comes along with those reductions in carbon emissions.
You know, if we can create through our ESG roadmap that kind of confidence in our customer business, then it's good for Prism Healthcare as a business as well. It's really helpful to sometimes step outside and ask professionals, you know, to kind of come in and help you, and it probably just reinforces and educates us as well, because we've learnt a lot through this process, but just educates us in terms of doing what we do, but doing it in a better way that gets us there quicker and smarter. In isolation, everybody will think they're doing a good job, but then, as we've seen on the energy software, very quickly, within 3 months, somebody's been able to tell us that I've never seen a business before that you can save 20% of your electricity at one site just by doing these 5 things. And the 5 things were behavioural ways of working activity. We're now saving money, and we've got a significant reduction in our carbon. We've made a step change in terms of our energy performance, so we're just starting to build momentum, and that bodes well for the future.